What's happening, everybody? Steve here, and today I'm going to take you on a virtual reality, so VR 360 experience, looking at the 2022 Mustang Mach E GT. So this is going to be an interior / test drive video, so you can get a little bit more of an understanding of what this thing is like. Now, if you're new to VR, never experienced it before, if you're on your desktop or even on your cell, make sure you go to your highest available quality that's available. If you're on your desktop, you can take your mouse and drag to look around. If you're on your cell phone, you can take your finger and swipe to look around. And if you're using the YouTube app, you can rotate the phone as we go to do a full 360-degree view. It's actually kind of crazy the way that it looks, but let's have a little bit of fun. Now, this is the GT Performance Edition of the vehicle. So 634 pound-feet of torque, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, the amount of power inside of this thing is kind of nuts. Like, I'm up to speed. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Not even, it's like half a second. I'm like up to speed. This is going to be ridiculous. And like, this is obviously very different from the regular Mach E, like the Select, even the GT, the California Route 1. The GT is a beast of a vehicle by itself. And you throw the GT Performance into that as well, and it's just like a complete night and day difference between the two of them. Like, it's so ridiculous the amount of power this thing can push out. Like, come on. It's like, outside of bringing this thing onto a track, like, how do you really unlock the truest performance in this thing? Oh, this is crazy. We do have a propulsion sound available as an option there. We've got one pedal driving as well. So it's crazy what this thing's capable of and the technology that's available inside of it all at the same time. Like, immediately up to speed. It's so good. I love it. Like, so I've been in a few other electrics recently. I've even been in just like the regular Mustang Mach E, like the Select. I've been in the GT, or sorry, no, this is the first time in a GT, I should say. I've been in the Premium. The performance, just like right off the get-go in this thing, is pretty dang nice. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is trouble. Like, whoever grabs a GT Mustang, like GT Performance Edition even, like, you are in for a world of like amazingness because of the amount of power inside of this thing. Now, the Mach E in general has a series of different options for interiors, specifically looking at the seats. The GT has the one, and that's what we're looking at here. So it's like a sport bucket seat. It honestly, like, it hugs the body really nicely. So, I mean, looking at the way my arms are there, it's good. Like, it hugs the body nicely. It's got a good amount of bounce to the cushion there. So all of the basic things that make a ride comfortable, this thing's got it. But I love the basic highlights. Like, even looking at some of the things along the door, we've got this like suede part of the door that follows through all the way throughout the dash as well. It looks really, really nice. Oh, this is cool. It looks cool, but like, it functions like really, really well all at the same time as well, which is fantastic. All right. Oh, I must have toggled blind spot off. Driver assistance. I'm going to do that when I'm stopped, but we should just be able, oh no, yeah, I'm going to have to do it when I'm stopped. It normally just is on that one main screen, but I cannot see it on the screen that I'm at right now. Okay, so one of the cool things about the Mach E is that we've got a few different options for driving as well. Like, we've got just our regular drive mode, and I mentioned it earlier, like, we've got a series of different options. Like, we've got so drive mode's here, we've got our Whisper, Engage, and then the Unbridled mode, which like unlocks the truest performance. But in the Unbridled mode, it's got an extended mode, which essentially turns off the majority of the safety settings inside the vehicle. So it literally says that it's specifically used for track. So if you're tracking your Mustang, that's the way that you're going to want to go, that system specifically. Oh, this is good though. When you just want to like open it up, because I know the performance that this thing's capable of. So to not use the true performance of this vehicle, like, it's hard. It is very hard to do. Oh, this is nuts. So obviously just like going regular stop and go traffic, like you just feel like you want to go faster. Like I feel like Ricky Bobby right now. Like, I want to go fast. So good. So good. All right, and performance. It is fractions of a second to get to to road speed. So road speed right now is 50. I'm gonna have to throw on so one of the cool things is that we've got our adaptive cruise control system. So I'm setting it at 50 right now. So it's at 50 because I think like this car in general is trouble in the sense that like it is so incredibly powerful. The Mach E in general, it's available series of different ranges. We've got rear-wheel drive standard, electronic all-wheel drive is an available option. Inside of the GT, strictly going to be that E all-wheel drive setting. So we can only get it in the electric all-wheel drive version, but it is really nice. And like I've got the adaptive cruise set up and it's taking me down to a complete stop right now. And 3, 2, it should stop. Perfect. So an amazing system. I love it. I love the technology inside of it. One of the cool things is that we can also just resume very simply as well, pushing a button on the steering wheel. We can hit our accelerator, I guess, again, in order to get it going, but it just launches. Like it's so good. So many different options for the Mach E in general. You've got the Select, the GT, the California Route 1, and then what did I miss? The Premium. How did I miss the Premium? And then the Premium, but looking at it power-wise, the GT is where you're gonna wanna be if you're looking for a car with like crazy performance. And, oh, no way. No way. Wait, did it just activate Blue Cruise for me as well? Oh, that's cool. Okay. I'm totally using the Blue Cruise feature on the highway here. I think it just gave me the option where it turned it on itself. So the Blue Cruise feature is Ford's hands-free driving. So you don't have to worry about steering. The car does everything for you. Now, the caveat to that is that you can't be sleeping. So you've got to make sure that you're paying attention as you go because the car will watch your eye gaze to make sure you're actually paying attention. But watch this. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. That was so good. If you've ever been like on a roller coaster and it shot you from like 0 to 100, that is what it felt like. Oh my God, that was so good. All right, and because we've got the performance here, I have to do it. So good. And like you just know this thing wants to go even more, which like I'm gonna respect the lane as well. I'm not going fast enough, so I'm gonna get out of this guy's way. But you can just tell this thing just wants to go fast. Like it just does. Oh, that is really nice. I'm like, do you try like the hands? This is so cool. Oh, I love it. It's like, I still don't want to keep my hands on the steering wheel, but just knowing that you don't have to. And then safety-wise, so I've got the speed set at 100. Car in front of me kind of cut in, and it's going to slow me down. It slowed me down to 97, 98, and then it should pick me back up to that speed again. Oh, this is cool. I'm like a child right now. This is so good. I want to do more of the stop and go though, because that was really, really nice. Oh, Ford. Oh, this is impressive. This is impressive. I mean, I'm obviously in the unbridled mode, so that kind of makes sense, but I love it. Oh, this is good. And the seat is like way more comfortable than I was expecting it was going to be. It's really, really nice. I think the only thing, like missing a head-up display, but like outside of that, this thing is incredible. We've got the option for one-pedal driving, which I'm not going to try that just yet until I get back off the highway again. Actually, no, I'm going to go this way instead. on that guy. Last second lane change. All right. Performance. This is so good. This is like mind-blowingly incredible performance. Oh. Oh. All right. I'm gonna give this person in front of me like more than enough space. I just have a feeling that this is gonna be nuts. Again, I'm gonna open it up like a tiny little bit. Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay. And everybody's going probably 100 or faster. Oh. This is so good. I need to get one of these things on a track. If anybody has a connection with Ford, or if you've got a GT and you are up for shooting a video together, just reach out to me. I would love to be able to get this thing on a track. Like, let's do this. This is amazing. Unbelievable. Like, unbelievable performance. I'm like, I don't want to bring this back to the dealership right now. I'm like, how can I? Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. Oh. And well, you saw there, I needed to get over. Just goes. It goes so well. Oh, that's great. I've even been reviewing the interior for you, so I'm just getting my reactions as I'm driving. So let's go through some other things. With the Mach E, you've got the option for either level 1 or level 2 charging, so a few different options available. When you buy your Mach E, it does come with a 20-foot charge cable that supports either 120 or 240. The 120 though is ridiculous. It's like 95 hours of charge, or 95 hours in order to charge it from 0 to 100. So you could just plug it into a regular wall outlet. You can do a 240 instead. You can do the Ford home charging station. And all of these things are going to just cut down on how long it takes for the car to charge. The Mach E does have the option of the DC supercharging. So if you've got a supercharger available, you've got that as an option. It is recommended with supercharging though. You only go up to about 80% max on supercharging. And then even in general, like, you don't really want to charge your car up normally to 100% anyways, especially if you're not going to be driving it for a bit. So that's got to do with the battery degradation and things like that. So just make sure you're charging it up like 80, 90% is usually a good level. But now this one, I mean, looking up overhead, it does have the fixed glass roof. The fixed roof is not standard inside of the GT. So it's not available on the Select, it's not available standard on the GT, it's an optional feature, but it's a really nice feature all at the same time. So if you're a big fan of having these roofs, it is available there as an option. Getting a GT, you just have to add it in at time of ordering from the factory. But I mean, realistically, if you're using your Mach E on the track, you probably don't want the roof anyways, but I mean, it is nice to know that the thing is at least there if you want it. Oh, that's good. I'm like, turn red light so I can go. This is wild. There are so many killer features. Like I said, we've got Ford's Blue Cruise, which is a hands-free driving experience. It's so good. So good. Oh. All right, I did promise I'm going to try out the one-pedal driving. And the one-pedal driving essentially means that, like, you could still technically use the brake, but you really only have to worry about the accelerator. Because if you have the brake, well, once you take your foot off the accelerator, it slows the car down extremely, extremely rapidly. But it was so good. Oh, I couldn't believe the performance inside of that thing. Oh, it's good. Okay, so while we're stopped here, a few other pieces of technology. The media screen here, it does have factory navigation, but it supports wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. We can use Google Maps, Apple Maps, and Waze directly through this middle screen. So if you don't like relying on factory navigation, you've got the option of using your phone instead. On the Android side of things, you can only use Google Maps, so no option for Waze in it, unfortunately. Or what's happening there? check surroundings. Was there what just happened? Is this like a nice little safety setting? I love it. It's so crazy. Like, you just have to get used to all of the different things coming up at you there, but so much great technology in this thing. So we've got, so this specific one, because we're in the GT, forward sensing system, reverse sensing system. It's got side view mounted cameras. It's got our front camera, rear camera. So we've got a full 360 view that we can access through this middle screen. So it is a really, really great system there. So much amazing tech though. And so much power, like so much power. Like I could not believe it. Oh, Ford. This is amazing. And like, you compare it to something like the regular Mustang GT, and like, it is just a complete night and day difference in the performance of the two cars. Like, complete night and day difference. Like, this car is ridiculously amazing. Not saying the regular Mustang isn't amazing, because it absolutely is. All right, here's the one pedal driving. So not even worrying about taking your foot off or pressing the brake. You just take your foot off the accelerator and it's just gonna slow you down really, really rapidly. Oh, that's really cool. Boom, and down. This is really nice. This is really nice. All right, here we go. So many great things though. Like, we've got, so because this is an electric, we've got the frunk, which is our front trunk, so we don't have to, so we've got our main trunk and then we've got our front trunk, so we can store a lot of different things, front, back. One of the cool things about the frunk though is that it also does have a drain plug. So if you're gonna be doing anything like, oh, maybe tailgating, you could throw ice inside of the front there as well and use it as a little cooler, which is so cool. The one pedal driving, I'm not gonna lie, like, it weirds you out like a teeny little bit. Like a little bit. So my foot's off the accelerator right now, and down. Yeah, as I see a Tesla Model Y next to me here. Oh, this is so good though. This is so good. Like, I'm still like mind blown at the performance that this thing has. I'm on a 50 road right now, so I'm gonna like 0 to 50, see how this thing does. Like, I'm not even gonna floor it, because like I'm afraid of unlocking the power this thing has on just like a regular residential street. It's ridiculous. All right, but oh my God. It's so good. It is so mind-blowingly powerful. Oh, this is ridiculous. Ford, you definitely hit a home run here, but this is Yorkdale Ford. Let me use the vehicle for the day today. So if you're looking for a dealership, they've got the GT available right now, the GT Performance. Amazing car, amazing dealership to work with. So if you're looking for a Mustang Mach E, Ford, Lincoln, whatever the case may be, these guys are part of a dealer group, but they're a phenomenal group of people that you can work with. Now, that was a look at the Mustang Mach E GT. And I mean, if you saw from my facial expressions, it is amazing. Now, I didn't cover off a ton of stuff on the interior, but if you're looking for a fuller walk around, check down in the description below. If you want to know how to use the steering wheel cluster or that media screen, the links are down there as well. And you can also find the build link for this specific car. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your social networks and subscribe to the channel. If you've got a cool car that you want shot, or if you've got access to other cars, your dealership, whatever the case may be, reach out. Let's hook up and collaborate on something. You can find my contact info down below as well. But subscribe to the channel, like this video, and until I see you next time, take care.